So, check this out. Man, I can't believe I sat on this shit for a year. So basically, this is legally the legal advice, my ongoing lawsuit that needs to hurry up and go ahead and settle. So, my people was like, the legal team was like, why didn't you tell us this before? Like, hello? Why are you holding back stuff for your case? The harassers are still working there, one in particular, right? So he's still there, and he was definitely harassing me, and they knew he was harassing me. That's exactly why. If he wasn't harassing me, they wouldn't have switched him to nights. After I made that complaint and I told the HR and the director what was going on, they put him on the night shifts so that I wouldn't have to interact with him. That's acknowledgement. That's acknowledging right there that I had issues with him and his little cronies. Okay? A week after I was fired, the same chick that was running back and forth spreading rumors about me, and the one that I believe allegedly, let me say legally because he told me I have to be careful with my words, allegedly stole my money out, my wallet out of my truck that day, the day that I was put on probation and then fired. So she was fired. You know why? Because when I wasn't there no more for them to gang up on, she went and started fighting with the other chick, the one that was making threats on my YouTube. I call her fat bitch. Okay? So, again, I'm fired. A week later, one of the people that I was I didn't officially file, but one of the people that I went to them and told them was harassing me was fired, which shows you she was the problem in the first place. Because I'm gone, and she's still up there, up in the office, arguing with other coworkers. But the man, I don't know if fat bitch is still there. I call her Sasquatch. I don't know if Sasquatch is still there. Who cares? But Jay is still there. Okay, they know Jay was a problem because if he wasn't a problem, they would not have switched him to nights. They knew about the harassment. And I did, because I felt bad, okay, proof. I didn't want him to get fired at the time because my emotions in my heart. But they knew he was a problem. That's why they put him in night shift. They switched his whole schedule up to keep him away from running into me. And Jay even admitted that. I have it on tape. Man, they put me on night shift so I wouldn't run into your ass. Exactly. So, this man is responsible for harassment. You shouldn't have put him on nights. You should have fired him. You should have made the executive decision and you should have fired him anyway. And the people that were involved in the harassment. But you didn't. You fired me. And a week later, fired another culprit because she was up there fighting in the office and arguing with her coworker. They turned on each other. You see, when I left and I was no longer the person for them to come at, they turned on each other. They did fire this black kid. He was in the office, and the one that was literally in front of everybody saying he would fuck me with his Ready Mix hat on, the one that Jimmy was laughing with, that guy ended up getting fired. But he was an asshole. He was like a 22-year-old kid, and he was an asshole. But they did fire him too. But the point is, Mr. J still got his job. Okay? Oh, they love him. I don't know. He might be sleeping with someone up there with some authority too, because who knows who he was sleeping with? Because he said he was sleeping with a lot of bitches up there. I'm fucking all these hoes at all these fucking plants. He said, I fuck the bitch downtown. I fuck bitches here. I fuck bitches at Ready Mix. I work here, he said. I'm gonna spend most of my life at my job. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck bitches at my job. But you still got him working there. So my lawyer was like, what? But it took me all this time to finally come and put this shit out there. Okay, but y'all want to go on Facebook and still harass me from a distance. He still wants to taunt me and harass me. I don't know why. Put it like this. His demons don't like what they see in me. His demons and my demons ain't friends. Ain't friends. Because for some reason, he just had it out for me for day one. Let me fuck this bitch. I thought he liked me. He told me he liked me. I thought he was really, really liking me. He even told the fucking pizza face chick, I really like her. I'm saying, man, she just crazy, but I really like her though. She fine, man. She look better without her clothes on, man. She fine. Da-da-da-da. So she coming back and telling me shit, and I'm like, so if he likes me, Why is he doing such evil things towards me? But again, somebody told me this, a Christian person that I've been speaking to daily about this situation told me that I do have a spirit attached. He said, I have a spirit attached. And I know that's the truth because I've been told that in my life before. Since I was 19 when somebody first told me that. You have a spirit. And then I may not get too deep into that. But so this guy that I talk to, like I said, every day in my job, he was like, nah, the reason why people keep attacking you, he said, you may not believe in God and you may, say, nah, I don't believe in that shit. He said, but God believes in you. And you have a special calling, blah, 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 nonsense. But he was like, they keep attacking you to keep you focused on the wrong shit and the wrong energy because you have a very powerful spirit. You could go either way. They said you could be the light or you could be the darkness. This is what a Christian man told me. He said you could be the light or you could be the darkness. Here, matter of fact, he's about to pull in now. That's crazy. He said you could be the light or you could be the darkness. And he said that's why you'll meet a man and everything will be great at first and he will really, really like you. And then for some reason you'll start to irritate him because the demons in his soul start to get irritated. I could do everything perfectly right for a man and then he'll turn around and he'll just find a reason not to like me. It's certain people in my bloodline, in my family. He said, this is what he told me. He said, somebody long time ago, you didn't do it. He said a long time ago, somebody in your family messed with some shit. And it's true because I come from a Cuban and Jamaican family. I'm a first generation American. My mother, my brothers and sisters are first generation Americans. My parents not from here. So he was like, somewhere down the line in your bloodline, somebody was involved in some dabbling in some black magic or some fucked up shit. And he said, you could almost call it a curse. I don't believe in that shit. But he was like, it's like there's a curse. He said, because you are. He said, she's talking about she's anointed. He said, no, 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 no. He said, the funny thing is, you're the one that's anointed and you don't even see it. And you denying, this is what the guy at my job, he said, you denying God. You denying Jesus. You denying, but Jesus wants you. It's so crazy. And of course, like I said, yeah, okay, thank you. I love talking to him though, because he's very insightful. But that's what he said. So the other day when I sent everything, I got to download one more recording. It's so time consuming and I don't have time for all this shit right now. But so I was speaking to my attorney. He said, he was like, so you're just sitting on this? You're just sitting on this information? He said, I could have been sent this to the mediator. I could have been sent it. He said, you just sitting on this? He said, do you want the case to settle or not? Yeah, of course. So we got the ball rolling on that. So they're going to, once their attorney, goes over everything, then I guess they're going to get in contact with the people in the management, and then management will get in touch with HR, and then HR will get in touch with the plant managers, and they'll be like, oh, really? So yeah, because obviously you knew he was harassing me. That's why you put him on nights so we wouldn't run into each other. So that's acknowledgement of the harassment. But he's still there. He shouldn't be there. No one involved in that situation should be there. When I got fired, he should have got fired. But he didn't. But instead of just moving on with his life, he wants to be a petty little boy. A little boy. Not a grown man. He wants to be a needy, petty little boy and post shit to his Facebook and go back and forth with calling me names and look at my ugly bitch. Yeah, she buying me a puppy. She buying me a house. She buy me this. She buy me tools. She's looking out for me. Yeah, you my boo. Of course she is. And then she piss you off. And then she says no. And then you're like, what the fuck I need you for? And then she come back, and then you back, and like, nah, I need her. She's an asset. Yeah. But keep that shit to yourself. Let me tell you something. Facebook is like this. You got private posts, you got the private button, you got friends button, and you got public button. I use friends button. I put stuff on Facebook private too, because Facebook has unlimited memory. So if I want to post certain things to Facebook that I want to remember, I put it there private so no one can see it. Instead of leaving it on my phone, because this way it's on Facebook, it's unlimited storage. Friends, I post most things to friends. Friends. Facebook friends, not real friends, Facebook friends. And then when I want the stalkers and the haters and the outside admirers to see it, then I put it public. The only reason a person will put something on their Facebook public is two things. If they're a quote-unquote influencer, which these two people are not. If they're an influencer and they're actually making money off their Facebook, or if they want people to see it, if they want to tease people on the outside that are not Facebook friends with. And that's what these people have been doing. And yeah, I've been feeding into it. I've been buying into it, and I've been looking, and they've been able to manipulate me in the beginning because of my emotions. Now they're not manipulating me. Now game is on. Now it's game time. Okay? But yeah, so like the legal people say, and my legal representation, and even this guy at my job who is a real Christian, he said that's what's going on here. He's looking at her post, and we watching it on his phone, and he's like, Jesus, she's demonic. Even when she says, at the part when she says, yes, nay, he was like, she's mocking God and doesn't even realize it. He said, turn it off. He said, oh my God. He was like, oh, no, 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 no. He said, she has a Jezebel spirit. He said, she has a Jezebel spirit. He said the best thing you can do actually is leave them alone so they can leave them to their, what did he say? Leave them to their own devices. He said she's rolling around in bed with a demon, and he's actually rolling around in the bed. He said, nah, the best thing you could do is leave them. He said, as long as you interfere and you keep giving them attention, it's going to make them join forces and cling to each other even more. He said, leave them be and watch the same thing he's been doing to her all along. He said, if anything, you don't see it, you're actually helping her. You're reinforcing their relationship. He said, if you step away and literally cut them off and ignore them, I said, I am about to do that. I just had to get all this information over to ReadyMix. I mean, to my attorney to give to ReadyMix. I had to first burn that bridge and put that shit out there, because so far I haven't burned the bridge, clearly. I should have burned the bridge the moment they called me and told me, don't come back to work. I should have been like, oh, really? So that motherfucker's still there? Boom, 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 boom. And they would have fired him that week. They would have fired him that week if I would have came forward and said, okay, you want to fire me, but he's still there? And listen to these recordings. Well, I didn't know I had all these recordings at the time, to be honest with you. I knew I only had one recording. But I could have been like, if you firing me, you better fire him too, or I'm going to put you a lawsuit. They would have fired him. They would have fired his ass and put another body right in that cement truck. All he does is pour cement. It doesn't take brain surgery to do what he does or what I do. Okay, it's an easy job, very easy job. The hours are kind of crazy, but it's an easy job. So, yeah, but I didn't do that because I keep thinking about him and his daughter, especially his beautiful little girl. And then he'll post pictures of his little girl, and I'll be like, I can't hurt her daddy. I can't do nothing to hurt her daddy, because it's like when you hurt someone, you hurt the people they love. And I can't hurt that innocent little girl. But you know what? That's the wrong way to look at it, because I'm not hurting her. She got a whole mother that's taking care of her. He don't have custody of her. He's a part-time daddy. She's got a whole mother and a whole village taking care of her. So me thinking that I would be hurting her, wrong. I'll be giving him exactly what he deserves, and that's what I do. That's what I'm doing. The ball is already rolling. That's what I'm doing. Nothing probably will come out of it. We'll see. But like I said, thank you, because even if he stays there and they let him stay there, it's still, they're going to be looking closely at him. And they're going to be looking at him sideways, because now we've heard the real you. We know the real situation now. Keep an eye on Mr. Anthony. Keep an eye on him. Okay? And it's still going to help my case, because even if they don't dismiss his ass, they're going to have to. You better settle, because you keeping people around that was involved in harassment, and you fired this woman. Wrongful termination. Pay up.